we ain't done with Armada yet. This is possibly the longest name you will ever see on a toy. Armada Universe PowerLinx Hotshot, Armada Universe Jolt Legacy Evolution, yada yada yada. It's a repaint. And hey, he actually gets the Armada logo. Armada Micron Legends. So yeah. Hotshot. I actually skipped this one on initial release as well. Because, frankly, I'm not a fan of Hotshot's regular color scheme. Just too much yellow. But this one I dig. So this is Armada PowerLinx Hotshot. Again, PowerLinx meaning it's a repaint. But in the show, which I am 13 episodes into now, I've watched 3 more since, he does get a power-up at some point in the show. Like, they all get power-ups. And he goes very Rodimus, which makes sense given he's kind of the hotshot, supposedly, of the crew. His name was even Hotshot in Japan. And he gets a color scheme based off Rodimus Prime, just without the orange. I guess signaling that he's grown up throughout the show. But God, this color scheme works so much better than yellow being the focal point. Like the lot of black is just it's good. I like it. There's his face. The silver face would be freaky, but it's kind of offset by the blue eyes, which are very heroic and good old hero baby blues. Let's go Hot Rod. I mean, they both got a large backpack. They both even have visors as a gimmick. You can flip down that. There you go. They both have visors. So yeah, I can kind of see why they intended him to be the Rodimus of the group, or Hot Rod. Hot Shot. He's also basically the young upstart of Armada. Very similar to Bumblebee or Cheetor previously. This toy is very good. And that's not something you can say about a lot of Hotshot toys. Especially the Armada version of him. Because he lasted all the way through to Cybertron, getting new designs each year. The Armada one, not known for getting very good toys. Even as most recently as Classics. Hotshot was but this one, it's good. Articulation wise, shoulders go forward. These can get out of the way so we can go all the way up. Go that far back if you want. I think, you can move the backpack out of the way. Go out. The neck is on a swivel, although you do get a little bit of this motion. Is it on a ball joint? No, it's just the transformation hinge. So the bicep swivel, though. The elbow, 90 degrees. The waist is a bit of an odd angle because it works. It works. It's just odd axis. That's what I meant to say. Hips. There we go. Forwards and back. Side to side. Swivel. The knee, you do kind of have to move some kibble out of the way to get a decent 90-degree bend, but it can also bend well past 90 degrees on its transformation joint. And the ankle can pivot. Whoa, that's a deep pivot. And it can bend down on the foot. That's mostly for transformation, but I'm totally counting it. So posability overall, very solid. Very, I want to say run of the mill. Nothing exceptional, but it just all works. Mine doesn't have any issues. Everything solid. I admit, from the pre-release product shots, I kind of hoped they were going to do something with these kibble bits right here, the windshield of the car. I'd hope they did a little bit more than just put them on the back, but they're on a ball joint, which is easy to pop off. And also on mine is leaving there some damage. So I don't really recommend popping them off because wear and tear. But this is a repaint and an overpriced repaint. It's almost the cost of a liter priced figure. So I will show you about what else you get, but first, size comparisons. PowerLinx Demolisher. Buzzsaw. And possibly my favorite pose this mold can do, the hands behind the pose I do a lot in my own life. Star Scream. I have Rodimus here. The Power of the Primes, because I never got the Siege one, the Commander. But you can see where the color scheme is coming from. Just without the orange. Prime. Oh, that's just Prime. There you go. There he is with his Commander, with his big bot. And I don't know if he's voiced by the same guy as Cheetor. I highly doubt it. That would be very interesting, though. The only other Hotshot I have, the Cybertron Hotshot, which is one of his better toys from the original Unicron trilogy. So this toy is close to $70, and you do get some stuff with it. First off, you get his basic, kind of pathetic looking engine gun, which I'm not a fan of putting in his hand because I like even guns. Like, the dual pegs make me go, I don't know which one I want to put in his hand and go back and forth, and I don't like it. You get this pair of massive guns, which were apparently only in one episode of Armada. This one has a peg that's on a hinge. Why? It folds back like there. Why? And this one actually has an ammo clip. And the peg is hard to get out of there. But hey, it's actually in a good spot. And these are my preferred weapons to give Hotshot because they look badass. Even though one of them hinders his ability to bend his elbow. Yeah. You could plug them into his forearms Megatron style. He's got ports there. Like that. You can plug them into his shoulders. You can plug them. Can you plug them into his shins? Yep. You can plug one or each into the bottoms of his feet. He's got 5mm pegs down there. I guess he can slide. Not really. The one is far enough back that he can actually ride on it like a ski or a skate. This one, not quite. You also get 2 sets of blast effect parts. 6 effect parts in total, and they're the same ones we've gotten many times. The long skinny one, the wide one, the middle one, just in translucent red. So yay, 2 of them. And they can promptly plug onto either of the big boomsticks he's got. But finally, and definitely most importantly, he's the first in this Armada line to come with a mini-con! This is Jolt, in the closest screen-accurate attire he's ever been in. And he's just the most adorable thing ever. I just want to eat him up for second breakfast. Like, his lack of a face does not hinder his cuteness. Like, he's just got eyes, no mouth. Not even a mouth plate, just an orange helmet, and he's freaking adorable. And also, so much better than any equivalents we've gotten previously, from the Siege Battle Masters to anything. He's got ball jointed shoulders. He's got elbow joints that lock. He's got ball jointed hips. He's got knees. And he's got a heel pivot to help him stand up. But unfortunately, he can't plug onto Hotshot's ass. So, -1 point for that. He is adorable. He is the best Transformer. He am the best. But if you did plug him onto his ass, like the original toy, it would activate his largest weapon, his Axozuka. Which, yes, is literally his 2 back wheels and their axle flipping up over his head to form a cannon. Generally, when he's not using it, this is where I keep his engine gun, as just a place to store it so I can forget about it. But this was a thing he used in the show quite a bit, and it's got compatibility with blast effect parts. So, yep. That's also when he would use the visor, is a targeting visor, when using the Axozuka. That's its literal name. I've not made that name up. That's actually the name in the show. And there is a port below it, which you'll never really use, because I don't know if it actually fits anything. Like, if there's enough clearance here to actually properly use it. Let's test with one of the guns. No, well, okay. I'm not going to use it, is what I'm saying. But what I will do is, hilariously, what the instructions tell you to do is to transform Jolt by flipping the backpack up, flipping his chest and crotch up, plugging the arms into it, and then you're going to fold those in, hinge his whole torso up, tab in the legs, and fold him into a helicopter. And you're going to flip down that orange peg. And yes, I'm not kidding. People identify it as this for a long time, but he is an attack helicopter. Hotshot is using Jolt as a gun. I don't know what he's shooting or how he's using to attack. Maybe he's just using the blades, which this may be my favorite helicopter in all of Transformers because it does the cool backwards thing. Hold on, let me get it better. No, come on. Come on. Hello? Nope, come on. Whee! Alright. I think we've talked enough about the robot mode. We have to get to vehicle mode. Oh. There was... Hold on. I always forget to do super mode comparisons. There you go. Yep. How's the weather down there? Very funny, Optimus. Alright, let's transform him. We're going to start by folding these up, open his chest, flip his head in, close his chest back up. We're going to bring this all the way over until it locks into place like that. Then you can bring these down. So we're going to rotate the shoulders. Yes. Rotate the waist. Bring the windows to the side. Each of them has this little piece that you want to fold out. This one's already folded out, I didn't realize. And you can also fold up the feet. So we're going to take these, snap that knee, that doesn't sound good. But fold it up on this double hinge until the hand fits in that tiny hole right there. And you can also fold this panel. Come on, where are you? There you go. Till it lines up right there. Then you can take the windshield, rotate it all the way around, and it's going to cover like that. Tabs in right back here. And we've got one side of the car done. Do the same thing. And also, this is a slide tab right in there. Tab the legs together. Just folds out. Rotate, hoping I don't pop it off the ball joint or pop the ball joint out of the socket. It should tab in. All snap, crackle, and pop. And there you have Hotshot's car mode. Easily the best thing about his original toy, and a very good representation of it here. I really like it. It compacts nicely. I like the curves of it. I believe it's a Porsche, but they couldn't get the license to a Porsche, so it's as close to a Porsche Porsche as I could get. Who knows? I might be wrong about that. It's a nice car mode. It's a bit blocky, but it's still very nice. The flame tampos aren't too douchey on the front. I think they still work. And the difference between the paint on the clear plastic and the red plastic is slightly noticeable, but I don't think it's too bad. I think it does a decent job blending in. And yeah, it's a car, so it rolls. It's got weapon storage if you want to plug the big guns in. Ruin all the subtlety of robots in disguise. Plug the engine guns in. And, for the first time, a mini-con peg! So, you can't call this a transformation, but you can take Jolt, sort of crack him in half, like that. That's kind of half a step to his robot mode. But then you can plug him in for show accuracy. And now, Hotshot can fly. I'm not even kidding. This is his flight mode in the show. Ooh. We were promised flying cars. We freaking had them in 2003. And it's actually compatible with older minicons. This is the only other minicon I have from the original toy line, and it's like a white repaint of, oh god, I can't remember which minicon. I think it was like Rad. No, it can't be Rads. Oh god, but you have to get him basically everything out of the way. But he will plug in there. Kind of. Yep, he plugs in perfectly fine. So yeah, that's some nice backwards compatibility. I wish some of the other, or any of the other Legacy Armada characters had that. But, yeah. It's Hotshot, so I guess he gets special privilege. Anything you can do with the blast effects? Not really. Besides plug them into the guns. And let's take those guns off. Because, size comparison. Here he is with Prime. Can fit on Prime's back. But not in his trailer. How do we feel about that vehicle scale? Cyclonus. Starscream. Demolisher. Hot Rod. There you go. They don't have the exact same spoiler, but kind of similar. And Hotshot. Part 2. So yeah, this Hotshot's a pretty hot bot. I definitely recommend him. Either in this package or the original colors, depending on which you prefer. But this is definitely the best Hotshot we've ever gotten. Although that is a low bar to cross over. Still, it's a good toy. Mind you, most of the robot is just kind of right there. He's not really hiding it from under. But I think it. Then again, who's doing an upskirt shot on a car? Whee! I don't know. I like him. And yeah, it seems we're eating pretty good. Armada fans. We've gotten 4 of the main cast members, and they've all been pretty good. Wait. I've only talked about 3 of them. Can you guess who's next? Tune in at some point to find out. And I can't believe I went a whole Hotshot video without referencing T